tell me the truth. How proficient are you right now wielding that sword on your back? Legend says that an ancient voice resonates inside it. Can you hear it yet, hero?
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, the game we've been waiting for since the launch of the Wii U, and it's finally here. So was it worth the wait? Absolutely. With its huge open game world and endless possibilities for exploration, it's one of the best games Nintendo have ever made.
Link, you are the light. Our light.
The story follows Link waking up in a tomb, 100 years after the destruction of Hyrule by Ganon. With no memory of who he is or what had transpired, Princess Zelda calls to him that he must wake up and bring light to Hyrule once again. You must bring the 4 other races together in order to defeat Ganon. As you travel around the map, you'll find flashbacks of what happened 100 years ago, which are mostly of Link and Zelda, as he was her sworn protector appointed by the king. Its story has the same premise as all Zelda games, defeat the bad guy and save the princess, but it has so much more depth as you learn to understand the motivations of Zelda and the other characters. It's a fantastic story that draws you in and makes you want to know more.
I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders.
The gameplay is designed around puzzles, fighting enemies, and exploring the world. There are 100 shrines scattered around the map, which are small puzzles that grant you a spirit orb for completion that is used for increasing stamina or hearts. The game also has 4 main dungeons which are purely puzzle based, with boss fights at the end. The fighting system isn't what you would expect, with lots of features like time blocking and enemies that have a wide range of attacks. Be prepared to die a lot, as some enemies can one-shot you. There is a big range of weapons from swords, spears, clubs, and bows. Most weapons in the game break after some use, so you'll always be changing weapons, which keeps the fighting fresh. Any weapon that an enemy uses, you can pick up and use as well, which is a pretty nice system. You can sort your weapons out on the fly or in the inventory menus. There are lots of different armor sets that have different buffs that will help you in combat and exploring the world. The game also has a cooking system that is pretty in-depth, being able to cook up different meals that buff your attack, defense, stealth, and much more. Exploration is at its best in this game. You can go anywhere you can see, from towns to mountaintops. Nowhere is off limits. The Hyrule of Breath in the Wild is one of the best parts of the game, with lots of different locations like snowy mountains, fields, and beaches. Climbing watchtowers that are illuminated unlocks parts of the map, and turns different colour once you've been there, so you know when you see them from a distance whether you've been to that watchtower. To get around, you can catch horses which you need to tame, with different types ranging in speed. You pick fruit from trees and hunt animals for health and cooking, mining materials for money. There is something in every corner. The weather system is something else, with clouds casting shadows on the ground, lightning strikes that you need to be mindful of if you have metal weapons equipped. You can see rain clouds from a distance. It all helps immerse you in the world. Paragliding from high points makes mobility easy. There is so much attention to detail, like people heading indoors if it looks like rain, and dogs chasing their own tails. The game runs 900p on the Switch while docked, and runs 720p in portable mode. The Wii U version of the game also runs 720p. All copies target 30 FPS. The game does, however, suffer from some frame rate problems, with the Wii U having the worst drops, with the lowest FPS count being around 20. You do get some texture pop-ins in high demanding areas, but none of this affects gameplay a whole lot, as the game recovers quite fast from any frame drops. Nintendo released a patch on launch to help with frame rate and general performance a bit, and hopefully future patches can iron out the rest of the problems. Breath of the Wild features a full orchestral soundtrack composed by Suaki Iwata and Manaka Kataoka, with lots of great melodies that get stuck in your head and fit the game perfectly. My favourite track being the daytime field music. Manaka is the only one of the two to work on a Zelda game before, which was Spirit Tracks for the DS. The Master and Limited editions of the game also came with a copy of the soundtrack, and is well worth a listen. The score? 10 out of 10. You need to play this game. Thanks for watching. You guys know the deal. If you logged in and can be stuffed, like, comment, subscribe. And if not, have a nice day.